It's Sunday Live. Howdy, Willie. That Zippo should be tuned in already as well. Got something in my eye other than my finger. Takes people a little while to get in. There, we got two. There's my woman. I just saw her a couple hours ago. She had to go home and get ready for the work week, but it's a short work week. Mr. Fisher, how do? That's funny. I'm only showing 2 people in, but I got 3 people talking. Willie must have bounced out. Got a slow start. There, we're up to 5. Howdy, gang. Howdy, gang. Howdy, gang. Bounced for 5 seconds and you're back in. Howdy, Chuck. Had something pretty cool happen today. Miss Zippo and I were at the grocery store, and you're number 5. Howdy, always Rusty. Max, Adam. At the grocery, and Miss Zippo noticed some guy was watching. Howdy, Mr. Wood. Noticed somebody was watching me and watching us, and finally said, "Are you Zippo?" So we sat there and had, I don't know, maybe a 5, maybe 10-minute conversation. It was pretty cool. Mr. Bill, Wild Bill. So how's everybody's weekend so far? I want to hear about you guys. Let me hear it. Everybody have a good weekend? It was a little chilly, but Miss Zippo and I got out and took Smokey out for a little tool around town. Wasn't too cold. Gilliark, my brother Eric from PA. Howdy, brother. Richard, how are you? Great to see you. Turned the furnace on, 2 minutes. Had to go get another blower belt. Oh, no. Yeah, you guys can see I'm wearing a flannel. The temperature has dropped here in central Indiana. But it was, what was it, 58, I think. Oh, awesome, Cookie Grabber. Glad to hear it. And hello. Lonesome's Garage. How do? Yeah, we may have a chance of possibly getting a little bit of an Indian summer, but there's nothing in the forecast. Mr. Aarons, how are you, buddy? That's good, Robert. I'm glad to hear you evaded the sheriff yet again for another week. How many weeks does that make now? I kicked the furnace on. I've got it set at 64, so. But when we came in from our ride, we made a beeline upstairs where it stays a lot warmer, and Miss Zippo took a little nap. "42 last night. We got down pretty cold this weekend. I think 38 was what they were calling for a low on one of the days. I don't remember what day. Yeah, the cool air made her sleepy. She was yawning on the back of the bike, and I got her back home and got her covered up with a little blankie so that she was all comfy cozy, and we started watching a movie, and I looked back over my shoulder and she's asleep. So I let her sleep for a while. Mr. Mike, the tractor guy. I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Mike, did you get the pictures? And Mike, is it the left or the right spindle that you needed you're sitting on? And I think you said it was the right spindle. And if I remember by looking at it, it was the right spindle. It's always rusty. Let me guess, he doesn't like the house at 64 degrees. Oh, no, she's fine with it because the heat rises in the house and it stays nice and warm upstairs. Plus, she's got this really big, heavy throw that she puts on, covers up with. Miss Lacey, you got a bunch of people saying howdy. Oh, there went my chat. There it is. Got it back. You watch, she naps. Usually it's me that falls asleep, but I was sitting. Okay, Lisa, right above you, the first two comments above you, Heliarch and Wayne Cherry, those are my two PA friends that I mentioned that I talk about all the time. Heliarch is Eric, and of course Wayne is Wayne. Howdy, can't kill me. Mr. Williams, I am doing quite well, thank you. Thank you very much for asking. How are you doing? Nothing good, you hope? No, all good. It's always all good, brother. Always all good. 38 last night. Yeah, it was pretty chilly here, too. They're probably just about caught up with the same. You're welcome, George. Yep, boss lady's on, Wayne. She tries to catch she tries to catch them. 35 by you this morning, but always changes every day. Yeah, I guess fall is upon us. My sugar maples are starting to change and starting to drop some leaves. Yeah, I hear you. Well, you got the youngins that you got to keep warm, Eric, and you've got the missus to keep warm. So that takes precedence. Eric, did you get the Ford running to go pick up your coal, or are you using the Chevy? That was something that we didn't catch up on. We stopped talking about that last season. George, yeah, I just mentioned Miss Zippo and I went out today for a ride, just about 20, 25 miles in town. I don't think we broke 45 miles an hour. Leave it to Robert. Got the Chevy running, but they deliver now that I can hold two. Oh, okay. Well, Adam, thanks for stopping in. That's not too bad then. It's easier to have them deliver it, right? Not necessarily the balance gears can't kill me. Typically, no, the balance gears won't make any noise. The ticking that you're going to hear will be tappets between your valve and your tappet. You got to gauge them right. Like the tractor guy, I did not see it. Let me scroll up a little bit here. Yep, seen your response this morning. It was the right spindle. Okay, all right, gotcha. All right, I'm pretty sure I have the right one because I broke a left one on an axle on Ugly Alice, and that left me with a good right one. So 2-ton minimum delivery. Yeah, no wear and tear on your vehicle, right? No unloading. Yep. Road King, why haven't you ridden that bike in 2 years? You're gonna have to change your channel name. Road King's in the house. How you doing, Rody? Howdy, Glenn. I was wondering if you was going to make it. I'm glad to see that you're here. You're doing all right? Okay. Glad to hear you're doing okay. The man, the legend, Road King. Yeah, Road King and I, we've been friends for a few years now. And the myth. All right, so 4 ton or 4,000 pounds delivered. How long will that last you, Eric? We don't have Bryce in here tonight. Did you guys notice that? Excuse me. Thought I was coming down with a cold early this weekend, but it didn't manifest. So good on me for that. Of course, getting out and riding in 50-degree weather probably didn't do me much justice. I don't know how much more riding we're going to get in. Actually, Trader's in the shop. And Trader is the one that's going to get its engine put in it, but I'm going to be working on the little KLX 110 first. You just now got your notification. It's funny you mentioned that, Wayne. And George, that was an answer to your question there. Trader's in the shop. It will be getting the engine soon. Miss Zippo is getting notifications sometimes 18 hours after the fact, and she'll send me a text. You just uploaded a video? No, long time ago. So yeah, notifications, and that's another thing I wanted. Howdy, Bob Hop. Give me just a second there, Eric. Oh, I done lost it. Oh, notifications. I'm supposed to get notifications every time you guys leave a comment on a video or something like that, and I haven't been getting those. I was a machinery repairman in the Navy for 8 years. Can't kill me. Anything that was broken that we didn't have a replacement for on hand, I made. If that answers your question. All right, Eric saying, boy, I'm saying we burn 3 to 4 tons through the winter. Karen says more like 7 tons. So meet in the middle, say 5, 6 tons. 2 tons will keep us going near a third of the winter. That's not bad. Bad work. Sure. I know how to tell lies like that's fib work, Robert. Fib with an I. You need to have your glasses checked. Yes, I was a squid. Mr. Palvis. Yes, it has been a while, but it is great to see you in here. Great to see you. Great to see you. Working on getting all the tractors ready to put away for the winter. Big job around here. I hear you. I've got to do the same thing, go through and winterize everything. Well, Joe, I'm doing good, brother. You can ask Miss Zippo how she's doing herself. She's in the house, Not my house, but well, that's not $260 for 2 tons. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. I think that's how most of us come up with them, Robert. Vac pump for removing fuel storage. Oh, John, that's awesome. As anybody who has a Simplicities knows, it doesn't take but just a matter of just a few minutes to change implements out. And last year, Ugly Alice never even had the mower deck taken off of it. Had the old Squire that almost always has the 42-inch blade on it, and we didn't get any snow. Thanks, Joe. It's a big job. 380 for 2 tons delivered. That's not bad. It really isn't, considering how much heat you get out of that. Yeah, I guess we do, don't we? Yeah, we take care of one another. We do a pretty good job of it, too. Another thing that happened at the can't kill me. Get to just a second. at the grocery, and we wound up going through the same checkout. And I started to tell the cashier that it's two separate. She goes, I know. You guys are in here every week, and it's two separate orders. I get it. So it's kind of funny. Okay, can't kill me. I need to find someone that can tell me if JD compromise it to work. I don't understand what you mean by bow lag the frame. The blade that I got to use for snow is that the greater blade or the regular snow blade. They make two different types. They actually make three different types, Glenn. I have a greater blade. I don't use that for moving snow, but you can. The other type is a manual, get off your butt and change the angle on it. 42-inch blade, and then the 46-inch. Howdy, Clayton. The 46-inch angle from your seat, and I have all three. The one that I have mounted all of the time, though, is my 42-inch get off and angle it myself. The RKF's real cheap, I think, plus ashes in the ice, and if it needs to be, you can put irons in the stove. True. Jonathan W. Graydon. Jonathan, how's Graydon liking that his old Model A, T-ish fireplace lawnmower go-kart thing? Did you ever name it? It's Zippo time. Howdy, Donald. Great to see you in here. All right, I gotta scroll up. Sick in the hospital. Your dad had a stroke today. Oh, Tim, I am so sorry. He's been having a rough time of it since last year. Prayers, Tim. Prayers. Prayers all around. Odd question. Is sediment bowls rebuildable? Mine is leaking from the fuel shutoff valve. The older ones are packed either with cork or with a wad of leather. So yes, you should be able to rebuild them. You can get a ethanol safe rubber gasket and just make your own. That's not an odd question at all, Andrew. You can typically rebuild them, yes. Yes, Heliarch. Yes. Roadster Racer. All right. I like that. Roadster Racer. Does it still only go like 5 miles an hour? It's going to have to go about 5 miles an hour for a while until he gets a little older, I'd imagine. Oh, Jonathan, I'm just absolutely digging the completely homemade bike and all the thinking that you're going through with it and all that. I think that's just, if you guys don't know Jonathan W., go check out his channel. He's hand built an engine, and the engine that he hand built, he's also hand building a motorcycle. Yeah, that's true, Willie. You can still get the old sediment bowl type. Yep. The tow truck guy, right. Yes, Heliarch. Yes, Eric. Wheelhorse 1267 is named Christine. She chases my wife when she comes outside. We were just talking about Christine the other day. Oh, Mr. Palvis, that awesome. I can't tell you how long it's been since some things. The last thing that arrived in my P.O. box was a lighter for my birthday back in August from Jace. Man, I'm way behind. Yeah, you are, Heliarch. You ought to see that. Oh, you ought to see that bike. It is sweet. It is really, really neat. Doing some great work on it. I'm not trying to build you up here, Jonathan. I just love to watch you work. Mike, I don't part with the actual Nelsons, but there is a remanufactured, and I've got one that I welded back up, so it should not come apart again. I'll talk to you about it on email and send you some pictures. It looks just like the Nelson, and they're actually quieter. Oh, Willie, that would be awesome too. Howdy, Chris. Yeah, I hear you, Eric. Recently got a Simplicity 7100. I was checking things out, and I have 85 psi compression both cylinders. Is that good for the old Kohler? Would you say it's KT17? I'm assuming. Um, they have a compression release, so I would say the 85 psi is good on both cylinders. And since they're even numbers, I'd say that you're in really good shape. Okay, great to see you. Good to see you, Bob. Oh, John, it's not always easy to keep up with the comments. It really isn't. By the time I'm usually done, I'm exhausted. It may sound crazy, but it's a lot easier for me to just shoot a video in my shop at my own pace than keep up with all of this. But I do the best I can, and I'm up to 40. I've got 42 people in here right now, which is pretty good. You're welcome, Joes. I'm Josa. I don't want to pronounce it wrong, so I'll call you Juan, if that's okay. Well, Tim, we're all saying prayers for you in here. And I'm putting off getting the Hero 7. I just spent my camera money on a motorcycle lift, Mr. Palvis. So the 5's doing okay. The 5's doing okay. Chris's Small Engines. No, I have not. I buy ethanol free from a local gas station. I know, Glenn. I am. And that lift is just such a blessing. Such a blessing. I can, yeah, I'm really, really digging it. I was dreading doing Smoky, taking the engine out of Smoky. Now it's going to be a piece of cake. And I also got a new deck lift as well, which you guys should see Tuesday or Wednesday on part 3 of the little KLX 110. But I do have some True Fuel to use in the shop. I've just not used it. And I still stabilize my fuels even though I run an ethanol free fuel. And I use nothing but Stabil synthetic, nothing but steel synthetic 2-cycle oil. Oh, you guys got quiet. Yay, I can take a break. I got to put my head back for a second, guys. I always have to feel like I have to lean forward so you can hear me okay. And it really gets my neck sore. I did not get my new bottle jack replaced. I'm going to check into the bottle jack itself and see if it isn't something I can repair. It's been too long, and I didn't want to. I could have bought another 20-ton and then just brought the other one back and said it leaked right out of the box, but that wouldn't exactly be honest. So I'm just going to eat it. You can hear me fine, actually. That's good. Yeah, well, I'm growing hair for the winter just to keep my bean warm. Typically, there's no hair up there. I shave it off in the summertime. I'm going to lean back, guys, because my neck is hurting. Yep, there's the man. He actually can grow hair, but he's got this funny tan line coming right across here because I've always got a hat on. All right, Andrew. Thank you very, very much for stopping in. Great to see you. Thanks, Chris. I'm glad I can lean back a little bit and relax a little bit. We're going to give it uh, 5-10 minutes ish in that realm. Um, Mr. Sweener, Papa Sweener, and Mama Sweener, I hope, is also in the house. And I think it's really great that all you guys you interact with one another as well over there, letting everybody say hi and giving Tim your blessings and saying hi bye and all that. Except for Robert, you guys don't need to worry about Robert. He's kind of over there in his own little world. I'm just waiting to hear back from him. Point setting on a Kohler 321S. Start at 20, and then once you get the engine running, adjust them until you get the bluest spark possible. It's pretty well standard on most of the small engines is 0.020, as low as 0.016. Did I get the pictures? I did, Donald. I believe you're talking about on Facebook. I need to go back and refresh my memory, though. Clinton Blankenship, can I get ethanol-free fuel at a local gas station? If so, is it a specific year? Farmer's Tan Head. Yep, you got it, Tim. Ethanol-free fuel at a local gas station. I can get ethanol-free at a local gas station. If so, is it a specific year or a specific octane? Yes, sir, Wild Bill. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Will do, Joe. Will do, brother Joe. True fuel is supposed to be good for 2 years. Oh, how long it's supposed to be good for? Okay. All right. Yes, the ethanol-free fuel that I get 2 years, 2 year shelf life, and it's a 92 octane here as well. Sorry, it's 93 octane here. Of Facebook, yeah. Donald, I have to go. I do remember you sending the pictures, but I had not been on Facebook in a while, and I had a whole bunch to go through, and right now everything's just all jumbled in my head as to what was sent. It's always Rusty. Good night. I hope you have a good evening and a good week. We will see you next Sunday. Pure gas. Hey guys, 65 Fords in the house. Puregas.org. Good information to know. Tim, be safe, brother. Prayers for your dad. Give him a kiss on the forehead for me, please. I saw it. I saw it real quick and I didn't have a chance to comment. I understand, brother Joe. Don't sweat it, but I'll let you know. I'll let you know. All hail 65 Ford. Hey, Mo's picked a couple tricks up off of me too. Well, one using the Venturi effect to drain a gas tank. Donald Powers, I will get back with you on Facebook on the messages. I got in and out of there as quick as I could, trying to get everything. I will get in there. I will get in there. And to everybody, it has been 30 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and ask Miss Zippo to chime in and tell her goodbyes. And I'm going to go ahead and call it. Prayers to everybody. It's always a good time, and we don't always have to talk about small engines. We just get in here and just chat about whatever. Well, Rhodey, you know I'm going to miss you too. All right, everybody. Jonathan, Mo, Hilliard, brother, Road King, all of you. Thank you all, Mr. Fisher. Thank you all very, very much. As far as a t-shirt update, watch for videos on that. That should be coming up fairly soon. I will catch all of you. My mouse is not working. I can't end the stream. Now I can end the stream. All right, guys. Good night. God bless. Love you all. Is higher octane gas better for small engines? It's the ethanol content that matters, Jeffrey, not the octane. Last question. Good night, guys.